Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream, guys. Today we have one very interesting mission to witness. That is the U.S. spy satellite mission, guys. Right? So there they will be basically launching some satellites, which will be of U.S. Space Force, National Reconnaissance Office, and one more payload is there. Since everything is confidential, that's why it is being launched by Northrop Grumman, and because this is a secretive partner for US. It's US, yeah, US only. Everything secretive is done by this only, right? So let's just have a good look at the rocket itself. What is the rocket all about? So here we go. Hi Mike, hi Each. Uh, Let me just have a look at the rocket. So here we have the rocket, Minotaur IV rocket. It is also known as Peacekeeper SLV, and it has 4 stages. Okay, and all stages are solid rocket. So yeah, that's one thing. One thing which is unique about it. Okay, this is a rocket which is a very small rocket, as you can see, but all the 4 stages are the solid rocket boosters. See, first stage is a solid rocket booster producing 2200 kilonewtons of thrust. Let me just zoom in, that would be great. Right, so second stage is also a solid rocket booster, but it has a less thrust. Third stage, solid rocket, but has more less thrust. Than the fourth stage is also a solid rocket booster, but we have two options, Orion 38 and Star 48. The only difference between them is the as you can see the here thrust and the burn time. If you want a more efficient engine with the more kilonewton, then we go with the Star 48V. Otherwise we go for Orion 38. Okay. So that's and one more interesting thing about this rocket is that, see this, it was first launched in 2010. Okay, and till then only 6 flights have been there, and all of them have been have been successful. But here it was suborbital, low Earth orbit, sun synchronous orbit, and low Earth orbit. So 4 flights are only there which have made to the orbit, and it is a so old rocket, right? 2010 it was designed, and the last recent launch, as you can see, was on 2017. So after 3 years they are launching this rocket again. So yeah, it will carry so let's just have a look at the payloads now. What payloads are there? Good morning, Lucas. Okay, whatever, I don't maybe I must be pronouncing your name uh, wrongly, but yeah. So here we have the mission overview. Northrop Grumman is the rocket provider. Mission name is NROL 129, National Reconnaissance Office, launch 129. Okay, the customer is NRO and the US Space Force. Since the payload mass is undisclosed, we all know that everything is undisclosed here. So but whatever we know about it is this, that due to the classified nature, let me just zoom in a little bit. Yeah, so we that due to the classified nature, we can safely speculate that it's a reconnaissance spy satellite that is used for observing the ongoing goings on in other countries. So yeah, obviously these are the spy satellites which will be launching, so we don't know anything about it, but we just only know that yeah, these are the spy satellites, that's it. Then yeah, again the four we have 4 stages, as we all know. First stage, second stage, third stage, and the fourth stage, and then the payload. Okay, and let me see if we have, this is all about the basic time and history, or you can say, or the basic knowledge which you should have with before witnessing the launch. Now let me see if we are live with the broadcast or not. Yeah, we are live. Let me shift to the official live stream, guys, for you to enjoy. Right now this, and here we go. Here we go, guys. So as you can see right now, wait a sec.
Not for National Reconnaissance Office that are in place by the
wait,
Spaceport, the Master Missile System in the East Coast, depending on cloud cover in your area. The countdown this morning has proceeded smoothly. The gantry around the vehicle was moved to the launch position at 4:50 a.m. this morning. Weather is not expected to be an issue, with a 95% probability of acceptable weather for launch today.
Okay.
Current weather is light ground winds and temperature around 80 degrees
Hi,
at
Christina.
Wallops. This mission,
Lithuania is
named NROL
watching. Oh, cool. We have
L129, has a
international
couple
audience.
firsts for Wallops. It will be the first Space Force mission from Wallops Flight Facility, and the NRO's first dedicated launch from Wallops. The NRO is the intelligence community element and a Department of Defense agency responsible for developing, acquiring, launching, and operating America's intelligence satellites to meet the national security needs of the nation. 78-foot-tall Minotaur IV rocket is a four-stage vehicle, consists of 3 solid-fuel motors from decommissioned Peacekeeper ICBMs and a commercial solid rocket upper stage. NRL 129 is the first Minotaur mission from Wallops since 2013, and the second orbital launch from Mars launch pads in 2020. The fleet of Minotaur rockets have been launched from Wallops for nearly 14
guys,
years.
If you haven't subscribed till now, just subscribe, because I'll be covering each and every other launch in the space industry. So just subscribe if you haven't, guys, and if you want to witness more other such launches, so just subscribe and hit the like button too.
So now let's join the countdown and see what's going on.
So as you can see, guys, see from the here the rocket itself only, it is such a small rocket, right? This is the first stage, second stage, third stage, and then the payload. He said we have 3 stages only. Since this rocket configuration is also, we don't know anything about. That's the beauty of classification of this mission, guys. We don't know anything about it. We just know the rocket, but we even don't know the
FSO on step 45, tone 4 on.
Rocket's configuration.
Check step 45.
Do we have the 4th stage or not, and which 4th stage, Orion one or this or the other one?
FTS, supply external power to FTS A and B.
We are just waiting for the launch.
FTS external powers on.
Check step 46, BLC, evaluate FTS A and B voltage, current, and AGC voltages.
Proceeding.
One thing you
FTS A AGC is 4.87. FTS B AGC is 4.84. FTS external power and AGC is nominal.
Check step 47. Step 48, FSO, verify FTS is nominal.
FSO, FTS is nominal.
Check step 48, FSO, send arm command for 2-second duration and continue tone 4.
FSO, roger. Arm on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. +1, +2. Function removed. Tone 4 continued.
Check 49, BLC, verify receiver arm indication.
FTS arm indication verified.
Check step 50, FSO, verify receiver arm indication.
Basically, right
FTS
now all the checks are going
verified.
on.
Check step 51. And all stations were currently complete through step 51, page 46 of the L129 Minotaur IV final launch checklist. Standing by T-minus 20-minute limit checks, step number 52, and potential hold point just prior to T-minus 16 minutes.
Okay.
I'll see you out.
So they are going for T-minus 60 minutes, if there will be any hold or not, guys. That's what they are planning to do right now. And yeah, so guys, whatever you just heard was basically the checks which were happening, and don't think that 3, 2, 1 and T plus was 0, 1, 2, that guy which mentioned, that was basically checking only ki if that thing is working without it or with it, whatever that was they were checking. Okay, So that was something I didn't listen properly. It was something which was added to the rocket, means the power that was switched on or something which was switched off. So they were checking without it if it is working or not. So yeah, it worked, everything was nominal now. And the lastly they said at t minus 16 minutes they have a potential hold, if any, if there is something, then t minus 16 minutes they can have a hold. So yeah, that's the thing. And don't expect a very good coverage for this mission, since this is as you can see only from the mission itself, the footage itself, sorry, it is not very good without any data. I only have to place the clock and all. The clock which you are seeing at the bottom left basically is the time. It's the time, the current time. It is not the t minus that is. So yeah, you can see that you won't be having a good footage of the launch, but yeah, everything needs to be experienced, right? And why the footage launch, this launch footage would not, will not be a great one? It is because, as you can know, as you know, it is developed and it is being launched by Northrop Grumman, and they are basically, you can say, a agency which focuses more on work rather than showcasing. I shouldn't say that showcasing word, because SpaceX, whatever it provides us, it is the launch information only on the videos, and
T minus 20 minutes and counting. BLC, verify T minus 20 minute. Limit checks are go.
Limit checks are go.
Copy that. Check step 52. The current launch time is year 2020 day 197 hour 13 minutes 00 seconds 00. Check step 53. Step 54 GNC. Report status of wind data.
And proceeding.
Copy that. Standing by step 54.
Okay, that was one interesting one. Should I update my time also here?
LC, this is GNC.
I don't know.
Upper level winds are go.
Upper level winds are go, as you...
Copy that, GNC. Check step 54.
I know it's very it's 8:30 a.m. right? In US, or yeah, US have different time zones, so we don't know. But from here.
And you heard the launch conductor announce that our target launch time this morning is 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah.
We are coming up at on T minus 16 minutes. At that point, we either will go into a hold or they will conduct the final launch readiness poll.
So basically at t minus 16 minutes we'll have a poll for launch readiness, and that is done in every rocket launch. Basically that ensures that various parameters for a rocket launch are being checked, whether it's a flight, aviation control, electricities, batteries, or whatever systems which the rocket needs, that needs to be checked. So that's where the pole is there. It also has the range, the weather, and all.
Copy.
All stations at the LC with a status. We're currently complete through step 54, page 47 of the L129 Minotaur IV final launch checklist. We still have followers on the range. Our plan is to stop at the hold point at T minus 16 minutes, and we will stay at that hold point until the range is clear.
We're going to hold in 56 seconds.
Okay, so they are basically keeping a hold here, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So why are they keeping a hold? Whatever the reason which they gave was, I mean, whatever I could understand was that the range is not clear. What do you mean by range? Range is basically the, you can say, the flight trajectory where the rocket will follow. Yeah, the rocket will follow. There there.
And this is the LC on a primary countdown at NASA TD. Please ensure you hold the clock at T-minus 16 minutes. LC out.
Okay.
Copy. We're going to hold at 16.
So
Thank you, sir.
we are gonna hold at 16. So I should also hold at 16, but I won't be able to display it properly. So yeah, yeah. So I will again start the countdown once
16.
they are there.
16 minutes and holding.
So
Copy that, sir. Standing by step number 55 at T-minus 16 minutes and holding.
So basically, guys, what they were doing is the range is not clear. By range they mean that the flight trajectory with the rocket will follow. There is some obstacle in between. Might be some aircraft, might be some satellite too. Because finally they have to get into a satellite wala orbit, satellites orbit, right? So yeah, that's the reason they are putting down a hold. And thank you for subscribing. I know I will be pronouncing it wrong, Pattu. Sorry for the wrong pronunciation. And T-minus 16 minutes. We are holding the countdown, right?
And MD and NASA TD, could you please meet LC on the MD net?
Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so guys, if you haven't liked and subscribed till now, just subscribe, because more interesting launches are coming up. Not only the launches, I have very interesting videos too on my channel. You can check that out. And yeah, once I'm just busy these days, that's why I'm not regular with the videos, but once I'm finished with the work, then I'll be regular. And yeah, the next mission which I'll be streaming will be the Mars mission of the UAE. Yeah, you heard it right. The United Arab Emirates is going to Mars now, and hopefully on 17th of July I'll be streaming. So yeah, if you want to watch that too, so just subscribe, guys. Let me just hold this thing. Okay, so this is where it does that. Okay, I have a countdown thingy here, but how do I hold the timeline? Okay, I'll do one thing which I can do, obviously.
In all stations, the LC on the primary countdown net. Current status is we are stopped at T-minus 16 minutes. We're holding for range readiness. The range is red due to followers on the range, and the range is attempting to remove those followers. At this time, I will make a note to all launch team members that following liftoff of the L-129 Minotaur vehicle, all Mission Plus count events will occur on the primary countdown net. Post-launch pad reentry and launch site post-launch activities will be conducted on the backup countdown net. So post-launch activities, GSO, FSO, pad team will be conducted on the backup countdown net. LCL?
Yeah, here we go. So we are currently at hold. No problem with that, but as he mentioned, they are trying to clear the range. Once it is cleared, hopefully there must be some aircraft. Okay, the range does not only means the trajectory. Okay, yeah, it means trajectory, but it does not only include that. Basically, the range also includes the rocket parts which will fall down. Okay, so whatever trajectory they will also follow, that also need to be saved. It does not, they don't want that to hit any aircraft or ship or go in any village, right? It should safely just go and splash down into the ocean or whatever, wherever they want to ditch all those things. So that's the thing. And if you see the fairings of this rocket, that is mostly a Kerbally thing. That is not a, you can say, a smooth fairing design. If you see, this is they where there we have a steep curve, first like this and then like this. We don't have a rounded fairing here, and that this like this and like this happens in the Kerbal Space Program, we all know. So it is the fairing of this is like Kerbal Space Program. So yeah, that was one thing to be noticed. I know that is not a significant thing, but yeah, that thing I noticed, so I just told you. So guys, this stream kinda be like some, you can say a, yeah, that whatever you are thinking right now, boring or something like that, but that is going to happen. But if you will stick, then also then the, what do you say, the whatever bored you have become right now, you are becoming right now, that will lead to a good outcome, because the launch will be a good, because you don't see the solid rocket boosters launch, right? A rocket with only solid rocket boosters. We had the Vega rocket launch, which was to happen, and it was delayed so many times. Every time they were uh, go on a launch, and then the weather was there to disrupt everything. But here, since the weather is 95% favorable, as mentioned by them, so yeah, we have a good probability for a launch, and we'll see a solid rocket booster rocket launched. Personally, if you ask me, I haven't seen only a solid rocket booster rocket launch in my life. Only a solid rocket, yeah, solid rocket booster rocket. Do we say like that? SRB rocket, I should say, right? SRB rocket, only SRB rocket I haven't seen in my life. So it's my first launch, which I'll be witnessing live. Although I have seen the recorded ones, but not the live. And Vega was to become the first rocket which I was to witness with, that would be a
Yes, sir.
SRB one. But yeah, it didn't happen. So yeah, we have that Hope Mars mission. That's what they have called it, the UAE. That mission, it is known as Hope Mars mission, and they are attempting. They are like
All
UAE.
stations, the LC on the primary countdown net. This time we're going to accomplish step number 35, page 44. LWO, perform a weather brief on the weather net.
LWO moving to the weather net.
Okay. Okay. So I was telling about the Hope Mars mission. Yeah. So you must be thinking like, UAE, they even have a space agency? Right? Yeah, they have a space agency. Although it was not formed, it was not a very old one. It was formed in 2006. But since it has been formed, it was formed in 2006, right? It is a new space agency. But then also they are attempting this mission. So yeah, hats off to them, and I wish all the best to them. And I'll be streaming that, so if you haven't subscribed, so just subscribe and like this stream. So let's just talk about it a little. So they will be launching on a Japanese rocket, H2A. Okay, JAXA will be launching that, and they were supposed to launch on 16th of July, but first they were supposed to launch on 14, then 15, then 16, and then they are launching on 17. But whatever they are, why they are postponing, it is because of the bad weather only. Okay, and they don't want the mission to just go in vain because of the bad weather, because they have developed the orbiter. Okay, first of all, the UAE space agency will only be having an orbiter. It won't be like NASA's one. So let's just discuss about this only. Okay, I have so much to talk about it. So let's just go from discuss it from starting. So there are three agencies which are going to Mars this time in July. First is this UAE, then NASA, and then China. Okay, NASA with Perseverance, Mars 2020 rover, and
And if you
UAE.
just tuned in, this is the NASA Wallops Flight Facility Range Control Center. We are currently holding at T-minus 16 minutes for the launch of a Minotaur IV rocket carrying payload for the National Reconnaissance Office. We are currently working an issue with boats downrange. These boats are out there in the ocean, and it's fishing season, so we're doing our best to contact those fishermen and try to get them to move out of the way. They're located in what we call the hazard area, which is the area underneath where the rocket will fly, so that when the first stage disconnects from the rest of the rocket and splashes down, we want to make sure, obviously, there are no boats underneath it. So we want to make sure that things are clear. So at this point, again, we're just at T-minus 16 minutes and holding.
All stations, at this time, we've conducted step number 35, page 44 of the L129 Minotaur IV final launch checklist. We're currently in an indefinite hold at T-minus 16 minutes, standing by clearance of the range.
So we want those fishermen to just go away. I told you the problem must be.
And you just heard the launch conductor report out that yes, we are still continuing to hold, and this is an indefinite hold as we continue to work to remove what we call range foulers, or boats that would be downrange off Wallops Island. So you hope you stay tuned with us, and we'll provide an update as it becomes available.
Okay, thanks for updating us. Yeah, so obviously the range is not clear because of the fishing season is there. I don't know. So yeah, okay, no problem. They are contacting them and they are trying to get them out of the way. So once the range is clear, then we'll have a launch. So yeah, I was talking about the Mars mission, and we have three Mars launches happening this time: the China's, the UAE, and then NASA's. NASA's is with the Perseverance Mars 2020 rover. The UAE is with their Hope Mars mission, which is only an orbiter, and then the China, obviously it is also a secretive agency, right? So we don't know much about it, whether they'll be launching or not. We don't even know that. But yeah, recently they came up with the name. That was some Chinese name, I don't remember. That they came up with the name, and yeah, that means they are up to something, but we don't know the launch date till now. We'll be knowing the launch date, you can say about 2 days or 1 day prior to the launch, or even that could be possible that we know the launch date when it is launching only. Okay, that's what happens in China. So yeah, that's what China is. So no problem. So yeah, the China is like doing a tough mission this time. First of all, they had their first attempt was a failure one, because the rocket was not able to put the Mars orbiter into a Mars orbiter, if I'm not wrong. They were sending the Mars orbiter in the first attempt. Yeah, whatever, the payload was not able to put it in the stable orbit, and it decayed. And yeah, so this is the second attempt for the China, and they are going it with everything. Okay, they have the lander, they have the rover, they have the orbiter. Okay, so that's the thing which China is planning to conduct, and we don't know the payload, the scientific instruments which uh, China will be having. Hi Louise Carter, hello. And we are just hoping that it also launches in this July only, because July is the launch window. Whenever the Mars mission it happens, the July is the launch window to launch the payloads or whatever to Mars. Okay, because okay, so why only July and not any other month? It is because of the home and transfer window, we say that, which occurs every 2 years, 2 years, uh, 2 years, right? I just can't remember right now. It was, yeah, it, I don't know, but yeah, if anyone knows can confirm, because that's a common thing which I should be knowing, but I'm just forgetting it. So yeah, whatever be the reason, so that's the launch window which happens, and why home and transfer launch window we want. So if I have a I can't show you right here only what is home and how is it. If I can, let me see if I can or not. Let me just open up the thing. That would be good to explain you guys. I'm just opening up. So yeah, here we have it. Okay, let me just change the window as you feel, so that you can also see those things. Here we go, guys. As you can see here, we have this is the orbit or plot of the InSight mission of the NASA which happened. So as you can see from here, the InSight mission was launched. This is Earth and this is Mars, and as you can see, this orbit which InSight is following it at apoapsis. Apoapsis is the highest point in the orbit of any spacecraft. So in this case it is an InSight spacecraft, so apoapsis is the highest point of this InSight spacecraft, okay, in its orbit. So that apoapsis should match with the Mars orbit. First condition is that for getting to the Mars, okay. So, and the second condition is that apoapsis, whenever this spacecraft reaches that orbit, the Mars also should be there, otherwise it won't be able to capture it, right? So yeah, it should be there. So that's what we have here. And what is home and transfer? Home and transfer is the most efficient transfer we have. We can also have the apoapsis here and the orbit intersecting here. We can also have like this, if this orbit is like this, going like this, and then coming like this, we can have that, but that will consume more fuel, because of course we are raising the apoapsis, that's why. So since we want to have these missions as efficient as possible, we launch it in home and transfer window, and it is coming into July 2020. That's why it is happening, okay. So that's the thing. Now I will shift back to the launch coverage. Yeah, so I was telling you about the mission which NASA is happening. NASA's mission we all know about. I don't have too much talk about it. China, we don't know anything about it, because nothing is there in public. But yeah, the Hope Mars mission, I can tell you something about it. Uh, the Hope Mars mission, first of all, it is an orbiter, and it has 3 scientific payloads, right? If I'm not wrong. Yeah, first is the camera, obviously the camera. The second is the infrared spectrometer, and the third one is the ultraviolet spectrometer. Yeah, these are the things. And what is the motto of this mission? This mission basically wants to study the Martian atmosphere, the low atmosphere and the upper atmosphere. Okay, and they are like what do you say? every mission which has studied the Mars atmosphere till now, it was like at, if I tell you in layman terms, at 3 p.m. the instrument was switched on and the readings were taken and then shut down. This was happening till now in every other mission. Okay, but this Mars mission, the Hope Mars mission, how is it different? This is different because the once the spectrometer or the scientific instruments are switched on, they won't be turning it off. Okay, so they will be basically mapping the whole Martian atmosphere because of this, the low atmosphere and the upper atmosphere. And the whole mission life is uh, two Earth here and you can say the one Mars here, and the orbit which it will be placing itself will be around 20 elliptical orbit. First of all, it will be an elliptical orbit, and the orbital period will be 55 hours.
Hey, good morning. Just to give an update. Good morning. Just give an update on where we are for the launch this morning of the Northrop Grumman Minotaur IV rocket carrying the payloads for the National Reconnaissance Office. We're currently at T-minus 16 minutes and holding. This is an indefinite hold while we work to clear out the path where the rocket will be flying underneath that to make sure there are no boats out underneath that area. We are contacting those boats. There are a couple of different ways that we do that. We have an aircraft that flies overhead and can contact the boats. We have radar on that aircraft so we know where the boats are located. And then we also have some of our local fishermen that work with us, and they'll go out and contact those boats directly and ask and try to get them to move so we can get this launch off. So again, we are still at T-minus 16 minutes and holding in the count. And while we continue to move the boats, at this time, we're not working any other issues for the launch this morning. The weather is looking good. At last report, we are at less than 5% probability of weather being an issue within our launch window, and that will be more towards the end of the launch window. But right now, everything is looking good as far as weather. We have fairly clear skies, low winds, and temperatures around 80 degrees. So again, thanks for bearing with us this morning as we try to get this rocket off, and we'll give you an update as soon as we get something. This is Wallops Range Control Center.
Okay, thank you so much for the update. And yeah, so I was telling you about the Mars mission of the Hope Mars mission, and yeah, so where I was, so it will put itself in an elliptical orbit, and why elliptical? First of all, two things are there for elliptical orbit. First of all, putting a craft.
TD.
TDLC, go ahead. Count on that.
Yeah, we lost Radar 3. Their remote console is down. It will not be participating in this launch. It has no effect. It's not go, no go. It's just a backup.
Radar 3 is down. No intro?
We'd have to break the hazard area and send somebody in and reset it, and we're not going to do that at this point.
Copy that. Radar 3, LC out.
Okay. So that's not an issue as he mentioned, because that's basically a backup radar only. So if it is not there, it's not an issue. The main radar is still up. It's okay. So yeah, I was telling about that. Why elliptical orbit? I was telling, right? Two things are there because why anyone wants to be in an elliptical orbit. First, and the most easiest reason is that putting a spacecraft in elliptical orbit consumes less fuel rather than a circular orbit. Okay, if you are putting a spacecraft in elliptical orbit, then it consumes less fuel, because in circularization you need to burn retrograde more to circularize the orbit rather than going into the elliptical orbit. That's one of the reasons. The second reason, and the most important reason for this mission specifically, is because they want to study both the upper and the lower atmosphere. So how it will study? They need to have need to go into first into lower and then into upper, so elliptical orbit makes sense, right? Yeah, Gary, the launch on hold due to range violation. They are right now working on it to clear it, and once it will clear, we'll see the launch. So that's the thing right now. And yeah, that's, and more things are to be there. One specific video will be up on my channel, will be up on my channel in coming days, which will describe all these missions. So stay tuned and just subscribe to my channel, and everything I'll explain with good picturization, good video quality and everything. And whatever information I can just uh, take, or you can say the research, whatever I can do, I'll do my best and give you the best. So that's what I believe in. So yeah, that will be coming up in recent days. Maybe since it is in hold, so we shouldn't waste our time. I should open up my Kerbal, right? The Kerbal space program, and just we should just go and have a look, just play it, or maybe we can make one such rocket itself in the Kerbal space program only. Uh, what do you think, guys? Should we go to Kerbal space program and then just go, and once it comes again, then we can have as we all know, switch over to this launch. What do you suggest, guys? Should I start or stream the Kerbal space program right now? What do you suggest, guys? Okay, wait a sec. Yeah, should we stream, guys? uh should I change to Kerbal space program? It is being loaded right now. If you want, I should, because then only then, otherwise you will all become bored, and that would not be a good sign, right? I should change to, here we go. We start with the Kerbals are always there to save our day, right? They are the first one to save our day. And here we go again. There we have it. We'll simulate this mission only. Since we don't know the payload, we'll have a dummy payload and try to make this rocket. Although it will be a very hard one, because in Kerbal space program, very little SRBs provide gimbal, and I don't know how I'll be able to steer it. Although we have the reaction control system there to save our day, but how much will I be able to put in that? So that's the thing. So yeah, let it load in the background, then I'll shift to that. And once it again comes live, then we'll go and stream that. Guys, if you haven't subscribed and just like this channel, guys, and this, of course, this stream too, because yeah, like it. Is it? Yeah, it's being loading. I think probably should shift to loading only. Let it load only first, then I'll shift. No problems with that. So guys, whatever, if you have any questions or something, or what, if you want to tell me something, if you have any question, you can just ask me right now. I'll answer whatever space related question, or any question. If you want any question, you can ask me. If it is in my knowledge, I'll answer. No problem with that. Come on, load up, Kerbal. Takes time, I know. But since when it does not take this much time, but since I am right now streaming also, that's why it is taking this much time to load only. No problems, the gameplay does not have any problem, but just the loading part takes some time. What do we have here? Cool. Okay. What is this now? Come on, man, load. Spell terminating debris. Okay, this is terminate debris. Come on, man, load up. Finally, it is going to load. This is taking so much time, and hi, why? Does not take, usually does not take. I stream this game also many times in this, but it does not take so much time. I don't know why it is taking time right now. It's okay. Now the final loading, and now we'll be able to hear the music in some time right now. And come on, man, load, please. There we go. Finally. Oh, sorry for you guys. I know. No, 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 not scrubbed, not scrubbed, not scrubbed, guys. Basically, right now the launch is on hold. If you don't know, if you are new to this stream right now, the launch is on hold due to the range violation here. They are trying to clear the range. Once it gets cleared, then we'll get back to the. Okay, that's the thing which is happening right now. And I should shift to here. Come on, come on, come on, capture it. Pow. Yeah, here we go. Kerbals are there to save the day. Guys, the music is less or more, just tell me, then I'll do accordingly. Just tell me once, guys, how is it? Right? So now we'll be building the spacecraft only. Uh, guys, the voice is good and the music is also good, right? Are you able to see or not? Okay, so let's just build it. So first of all, of course, this thing should be here. Maybe not this one. We can go with this. Oh, sorry, again this. This one. Yeah. Now we should have. This is the main command module kind of thing. Now will be since. Okay, first of all, before that, I should be having the fairing. And what should I do? Let this be the this does not happen like that. What should I do? Okay, let's just have the payloads also. The decoupler. Let's just have this one here and have the satellite as this is a big one. This thing with batteries. It should have batteries, right? This is the battery. Bigger, smaller one. Here we go. We have the batteries. You should have the solar panels also. There we go with the solar panels. 4 solar panels would work, right? Right. And the antenna. One antenna will work. This is the payload, guys, which will be having also. Yeah, since this is a spy satellite, so I can't forget this one, but this is a huge one, right? Need to dish this and again do this. Okay, this is a huge one. This is a spy satellite, so what should we do? Wait a sec, if I can just add one more here. Don't worry, guys, once that thing is up, once the range is clear and all, then I'll again switch over to that. So don't worry for that thing. Can I place something on it or not? I can, so it is a good thing. So yeah, so it's okay. Then place this thing here. Then I would be needing. Does not have a reaction control system. Does it have reaction wheels? But it okay, no problem. Then of course the electrical. Nah, not like that. Here, then here, In the antenna. Communication. Let's just go with this. This will look cool. This will be a lot cooler if I do this. Yeah, a lot cooler one. Nothing else. I'm not missing anything. And then finally I should be seeing the payload. Not this one, this one. I know in the actual one it is simpler this, and then it is closing, but since it is taking this much space, then I can't do anything, right? And it was like this, and then this. Yeah, something like this was the payload. Now the SRPs. Last stage is the smallest one, so let's just have the smallest SRP here. It is not looking good. Not looking good at all. I don't know how it will be able to even handle this thing. TWR is also not good. We need more power, guys. Let's just go away with this and have this thing. This is not at all suitable for this thing. Okay, let's just try with this only. Let it be for vacuum only, vacuum space. So then we should what should we do? Again, one fairing part is needed since this is a symmetrical one. This will do that part. Then the decoupler. There we go. And then one more SRB we need. A bigger one. This time a bigger one. A little bigger one. Let's just hope we'll... I am having a 4-stage rocket, okay? So that's the thing which I am doing right now. Then oh, and of course the reaction control system. I need a bigger reaction control system so that I'll be able to control everything. So let's just put in some reaction control system, reaction wheels I should say, but this will not do the work. Have this one. Let's put in 2 here. It's okay. The lens is lens is coming out, but it's okay. It's okay, no problem. Chodo. We don't care about it. And then we will again put the payload. Come on, just do it. Oh, I know what went. I know what to do. Okay, no problem. Chodo. Hato. I don't want this right now. You can go here. You can go here. You can go here. I needed a small decoupler. This will work. Then this can come, and I can build the fairing. Here we go with this, and then we can come with this, go with this. Here you go.
Planning to pick up the count here shortly.
So we
requesting a new we're going to be requesting a new T0 from the TD, and we're going to pick up the count at T-minus 16 minutes.
Okay, so we are they are requesting the basically right now. I know you must have not heard it properly, so I'll
MTD, this is LC and a primary count on that.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes,
Give me
sir.
the time you want me to pick it up.
We want to pick it up at 13:30 UTC, and
Copy
we're
all.
aiming
13:30.
Copy that. Pick up the count at T-minus 16 minutes at year 2020, day 197.
so they are basically going with the countdown now, guys.
UTC.
I think I should shift there.
T0 is 2020,
We'll
197.
do it again after some time.
00 UTC. Check step 2 of the new T0 checklist. Standing by step 3, confirming that, sir. Can you confirm 2020, 197, 1346 as a new T0 and resuming the count at 2020, 197, 1330 00 UTC.
We're resuming the 16-minute count at 13:30Z, which is in 15 seconds.
Copy that, sir.
Okay, so they are basically doing that right now.
You just heard we're getting ready to pick up the count. We have cleared the range, and the new launch time is now 9:46 a.m. Stand by, pick up the count.
And all stations VLC, T-minus 16 minutes and counting. This is the LC with the final launch readiness poll. Be aware that we're waiting approximately 7 minutes for another GNC witness call. All stations report go for the final launch readiness poll. VM.
VM go.
BLC.
BLC go.
PCC.
PCC go.
VC.
VC go.
FTS.
FTS is go.
TLM.
TLM go.
GNC.
GNC is go.
ME.
ME is go.
CE.
CE is go.
NGMM.
NGMM is go.
GSO.
GSO go.
FSO.
FSO go.
RSO.
RSO go.
NASA PM.
NASA PM is go.
NG.
NG is go.
MD.
MD's go.
NASA TD.
NASA TD's go.
All station report go. Check step 55. Repeat of step 54 GNC. Report status of wind data.
Upper level winds are go.
Copy that. Upper level winds are go. We're currently complete through step 55, standing by step 56 at T-minus 14 minutes.
So guys, here we are basically the countdown is resumed, and we'll be witnessing the launch soon now. So Smith Roy, if I'm not pronouncing it wrong, I was playing the Kerbal Space Program game. Basically it is a rocket simulation or a space simulation, or a what you can, if I want to summarize that thing in one sentence, it is basically you build your own space program there. So that's what we have. So that's a game in which I was trying to simulate whatever was happening today, since we were.
And RSO, verify the hazard area cautionary and impact limit lines are clear for launch.
Areas are clear.
So
Check step 56.
guys, it is the area, the range is clear now. That's a good thing. We are just waiting for the launch to happen now, and hopefully it will happen anytime soon, and not anytime.
Again, we are
30
counting
minutes.
down for a launch this morning at
All stations were
9:46
currently
a.m.
complete through step 56, page 47 of the L129 Minotaur IV final launch checklist, standing by step number 57 at T-minus 12 minutes. We're aiming for a new T0 of 1346 UTC.
Guys,
And just a reminder, there is some latency in the stream from actual events at Wallops that you're seeing there.
okay.
So if you're outside for the launch, take this into account and make sure you get out early to your site viewing area. So again, we're looking at 9:46 a.m. for a launch, and the stream this morning, YouTube stream, will follow the launch this morning through second stage burnout, which is About at 1 minute and 15 seconds.
What?
115 seconds into
Only
launch.
that? Nah, this is not cool. Only the second stage we'll see. Where basically they don't have an onboard camera, right? That's why, and they don't want to reveal the payload also. I think the after the second stage, but not the fairing separate, and that's why they don't want to want us to see that. That's why they are ending the stream at that time. Okay, let's just see. But
And
don't
this
worry,
is
guys. I'll
BLC and
simulate
primary
that
countdown
Kerbal thingy.
VC.
And the countdown which I have put on the stream, that may not be accurate.
And
Basically,
VC, set flight computer launch time to year 2020, day 197, hour 13, minute 46, second 00 UTC.
Flight computer launch time set to time, year 2020, day 197, hour 13, minute 46, second 0, UTC.
Okay.
Copy that.
Okay.
Check step 57, VM, confirm flight computer launch time.
Flight computer launch time confirmed.
Check step 58, VC, verify countdown sequencer time set to 120 seconds.
Countdown sequencer set to 120 seconds.
Check step 59, VM, confirm countdown sequencer time.
Countdown sequencer time confirmed.
Check step 60. Standing by step number 61 at T-minus 10 minutes.
Guys, yeah, I was saying that this may not be perfect, the countdown which I have put in this place, because some seconds, you can say not the delay, but as we don't know the seconds, how much seconds were there. But yeah, I have able to whatever was in my hand, I was able to run behind those seconds and try to be most accurate as possible. So yeah, I can see the 1 second or 2 second countdown, you can say delay or the fast or early. That's the thing, the countdown which I put on. That's not an official countdown, because we don't have an official countdown. This is for your reference, which I have put on the screen.
VLC on a primary countdown at T-minus 10 minutes and counting. BLC, verify T-minus 10 minute limit checks are go.
Limit checks are go.
Check 61, FTS switch, FTS A and B internal power on.
FTS internal power is on.
Check 62, FTS switch, FTS A and B external power off.
FTS external power is off.
Check 63, BLC, evaluate FTS A-B voltage and current.
Proceeding.
Okay, guys, if you haven't subscribed till now, just
FTS
subscribe.
internal power nominal.
Copy that. Check 64, FSO, send arm command for 2-second duration, continue tone 4.
FSO will go. Arm on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. +1, +2. Function removed, tone 4 continued.
Check 65, BLC, verify receiver arm indication.
FTS arm indication verified.
Check 66, PCC, activate FTS arm enable.
FTS arm enabled.
Check 67, FTS enable FTLU A and B.
FTLU A and B are enabled.
Check 68, BLC, verify FTLU2A and B enabled.
FTLU2A and B enabled.
Check step 69, FSO, verify FTLU2A and B enabled and no command destructs.
FSO, FTLU A and B enabled. No command destruct.
Copy, sir. Check step 70, FSO, verify FTS is go.
FSO, FTS is go.
Check step 71.
Yeah, so right now the checking is going on. This is another view from the launch pad. This is basically a new launch site. Not a new launch site, but I would say a launch site which is not being used by other space agencies. A very rare launches you will be able to see from this launch site. And yeah, guys, if you haven't subscribed till now, just subscribe because I'll
And
be
step
streaming.
72, PCC, apply avionics external power for the following system.
038 ACU on external power.
Check 72, PCC, evaluate power bus voltage and current.
External power nominal.
Check step 73. All stations were currently complete through step 73, page 50 of the L129, Minotaur IV final launch checklist. Standing by a final authorization for launch at T-minus 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, so that's a thing. I should do this then. So yeah, guys, I was saying I will be streaming that launch also, the Mars mission launch also. So if you haven't subscribed till now, just subscribe, guys. And Ken, nice view. We have a very good view right
countdown.
here.
That's step 74, 2 minutes, 6 minutes, 30 seconds, and counting. Requesting final authorization for launch. All stations report go. MD?
MD is go.
NASA TD?
TD's go.
Copy that. Check step 74, FTS start LCR Dewey.
Proceeding. Dewey started.
Check 75, PCC enable ground ordnance.
Ground ordnance enabled.
Check 76, PCC apply power to stage 1 ESAD.
ESAD powered on.
Check step 77, standing by internal power check at T-minus 5 minutes.
Yes, so guys, just like the stream and share it with your friends if you want to. And subscribe too. That just really helps me and keeps me motivated for making more videos. So yeah, that's one thing. You will be finding very good quality content on this channel. Don't worry about it. Don't be your subscription won't go waste. Thanks, Ken, for giving me a shout out.
And step 78, T-minus 5 minutes and counting, PCC switch avionics internal power on.
Avionics internal power on my mark in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Check 78, PCC switch avionics external power off.
External power off.
Check 79, VC enable flight computer auto sequencer start.
Auto sequencer enabled.
Check 80, VM verify OrbNav has been in gyro compass mode for at least 30 minutes.
OrbNav ready to navigate.
Check step 81. Standing by step 82 at T-minus 4 minutes.
Skyline Studio, this launch site I don't think so it is available for commercial use. This is basically a secretive thingy, so maybe only government, government only uses this, so yeah. I don't think so Rocket Lab will be able to launch from
Step
this
82, T-minus 4 minutes.
Maybe I'm
counting.
wrong.
BLC verify T-minus 4 minute limit checks are go.
Limit checks are go.
Check 82 VC command OrbNav to navigate mode.
OrbNav commanded to navigate.
Check 83 VM verify OrbNav in navigate mode.
OrbNav in navigate mode.
Check 84, step 85 NASA TD report range green.
Range green.
Check step 85 standing by step 82 at T-minus 2 minutes.
Guys, as you can hear from the team only, the checks are so many. Step 83 and the page 50, 5050. There are tons of checks which they have to go through and do before a simple rocket launch as a solid rocket booster only. And for a liquid fuel engine, that the number only increases. That's the thing. Now we are heading towards the launch, guys.
And this is the TLC, T-minus 3 minutes and counting.
Okay. Just help me grow and hit the like button and subscribe And yeah, I'll be there. Don't worry, I'll be there with you every time for every launch. We are T minus 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes, and I think all the checks have been completed. Not the all, the most of the checks have been completed, and if
And step 86, T minus 2 minutes and counting. Mark, VM, verify flight computer auto sequencer started.
Auto sequencer started.
VLC, verify T minus 2 minute limit checks are go. Check step 86.
VLC limit checks are go.
Check 87, PCC, activate ordnance, arm enable.
Arm enabled.
Check 88, VM, verify flight computer in flight mode.
Flight computer armed.
Check 89, PCC, arm vehicle ordnance.
Proceeding.
exactly, Ken. We don't see these in the SpaceX launches because the SpaceX, the checks are basically, most of the checks are electrical, and here we
Vehicle
can see the
ordnance
official
armed.
announcing of everything.
Check step 90, standing by step 91. All stations, VLC.
Yeah.
Currently
Mark,
stepping
there could be
through 90, 70 seconds to launch. LV is working, no issues. The range is green.
there could be some issues
T
with the
minus 60
countdown.
seconds, mark.
Exactly, because that's a customized one. That's the countdown is mine only. They don't have the countdown. So yeah, maybe
Step
let's see.
91, T minus 45 seconds, VM, verify stage select activated.
VM is go for launch.
Copy that. Check step 91.
T minus 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14.
T minus 15. T minus 10.
9, 8, 7, 6,
T minus 5,
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
And ignition and
Liftoff
liftoff.
of the Northrop Grumman Minotaur rocket carrying 4 L-129 spacecraft orbit for the National Reconnaissance Office, marking 20 years of Minotaur launches and 14 years of partnership with Wallops Flight Facility and the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport.
That was an aggressive launch. Seriously, that was an aggressive launch.
Check step 92, 93, 94,
Vehicle
95.
avionics power is nominal.
Passing Mach 2, motor pressure nominal.
After just 2 seconds of launch, it started pitching over, and then it
T plus 36 seconds.
it
Entering
was
max
supersonic.
Q, attitude nominal.
Whoa.
Passing Mach 3 at maximum stage 1 thrust of over 5,000 pounds.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. MK444, that's the thing which I thought
Passing Mach
something
4,
is wrong with it.
vehicle's half original mass.
Now it's half
Pulling
of the
off.
original. Oh,
Stage 2 ignition. Stage 2 motor pressure is nominal.
okay. So that was the which you saw right now. That was basically stage separation and stage 2 ignition, which
Vehicle
happened.
attitude and flight path are nominal.
Vehicle avionics and power systems are performing as expected.
Exactly, Ken. That's what we called a blast off and gone. It was such an aggressive
plus
turn.
85 seconds at maximum stage 2 thrust of over 300,000 pounds.
Now you can see the plume being
Attitude and flight
wide
path are
enough.
nominal. Vehicle is now 1/4 of its original mass.
And yeah, Skyline Studio, the trajectory is quickly going to become parallel.
Approaching stage 2 burnout, followed by a 10-second coast.
Okay, after stage 2, yeah, that is needed for solid rocket boosters. And we have
Stage 2 burnout.
Here is the launch side after the launch. Oh, that's a bravo, which you heard right now.
And this concludes today's coverage of the Minotaur IV NRL 129 mission.
I
Launched
wanted
today
to see
at
more.
9:46 a.m. from the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport Pad 0B. Mission information, including photos, will be available on the NRO, NASA, Wallops, and Northrop Grumman websites and their respective Facebook and Twitter accounts. The next launch from Wallops is no earlier than mid-August. Thanks for joining
Okay.
us today, and have a good one.
So that's basically a good. They are doing a launch on August now. Okay, that's not very far away. Yeah, Carton and Mini, not your business. It was such a good launch to see, witness, and do everything, right? It's basically, yeah, it is top secret. That's why you weren't able to see the next and the third stage ignition and all the things because I don't think so. That would reveal the payload, but I don't know what was their mindset or and what was what was the reason basically. But I'll definitely update you for the launch if it is successful or not. And till then, we should be uh, don't wanna spies in the skies and ICBM, yes, can. It was like kind of like that. Classified payload for NRO. It was that. Now we can just continue with the our construction of that and see what was there. Spy set, yeah, it was a spy set only, guys. The Skyline Studio. It was a spy set only, and basically, sorry, yeah. Basically, it was a spy set, and we don't know the all the uh, yeah, all the information regarding it. That's the thing. So we should be building it, right? They didn't show us all the what do you say, the sequences of this mission. So we should build it in the Kerbal and simulate it. So here we are building it. So now the fourth stage is there, third stage is there, the second stage I should build now. Here we go with the second stage, guys. And now the decoupler, now with the fairing. Oh, this is a bigger one, right? I should be doing a smaller, yeah, this one. Come on, come on, come on. Close the fairing, right? So here we go with this, and then we can just have one bigger last first stage with the gimbaling too. Let's see what we have. uh, it does provide a gimbaling, but the fuel, what is the fuel? Max thrust is this much, and what's the fuel? Mean not the fuel but the solid fuel, 8000. Okay, this is what we want, I think so. So yeah, it kinda looks like that, not exactly like that, but yeah. And what is the thrust to weight ratio? Yeah, it is not good. What? We need a powerful one. Basically, the thrust to weight ratio in every stage is bad. That's not a good thing. But for this thing, though, we need a good, powerful thrust to weight ratio. Uh, but oh, body is Eve. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, no problem. So yeah, I know it won't be able. I won't be able to launch it properly because I know this will flip over or what. I don't have the grid fins also to support it. But let's just see what happens. Let's just launch it, guys. have this mission on this thing. Yes, Ken, we should be. The Kerbals don't have a checklist, but yeah, but we should be having one. But but without the checklist only, the fun is there, right? So here we are, guys, on the launch pad, waiting for, not waiting. We won't be having a countdown or so like this, but yeah, I'll be going on with the 10-second countdown, and I'll not pitch like that which happened in the today's launch, because if I do that in Kerbal Space Program, obviously my rocket will pitch over. So let's just go and have a look in the skies and go to the orbit. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and lift off of this rocket. It was not an aggressive one, and I didn't want that aggressiveness also. But whatever it was, I am happy with it. And I won't be pitching over because I know what will happen. So I'll wait for some time before pitching, then I'll see what is there to go. Okay, and I didn't check the staging also. I'll go. This is the Vega. You can say a Vega kind of a thing, because in Vega launch, this thing happens. It goes straight up, and after that, it happened. It performed the pitch maneuver. Step 91, press go. That's what happens in Kerbal Space Program, right? Yes, you are absolutely right. Now I should be pitching, I guess. Oh, and this happens. Whoa! This thing needs some struts here. This is not good. We need some struts here. Now it is going towards the Kerbal Space Center and will be hitting that. So let's just revert and do some modifications, whatever is needed. I shouldn't have pitched over so early, I know. I won't be doing that now. You saw now what happened? This is a Kerbal Space Program. We don't have weather violation here, but yeah, the pitching thing happens too aggressively here. So yeah, the struts, the struts, enabling the struts, guys. Here we go. I think we need to enable the struts for everyone, every part. If that was creating a problem, then that means every part will create a problem. So it would be better to have all these things strutted. Strut, and okay, it's okay. Now just check. I'll do this staging. Okay, it's okay then. Now let's just launch it again. SAS on, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift off of the Minotaur rocket. Yeah, my Minotaur rocket. I know, I don't know how to pronounce it, and I don't even know the meaning of it. So yeah, the lesson I learned from that was this only, that I need to start a little late, a little late, right? I would start preaching a little late now, and this is how it looks like from above. I'll pitch when and I have to pitch very aggressively then, because I'm doing a straight up. Right now I'm going straight above, and then in other stage I don't even have a gimbal, So yeah, that's the thing which I don't want to. Okay, no problem. The apoapsis is increasing very rapidly. I won't be pitching at all. Once it clears the lower atmosphere and we are in the uh, lighter lighter part of the atmosphere, yeah, thinner part of the atmosphere, then I'll go for the pitching. And now I think we are here, and then here we go. Pitch, 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 pitch. Oh man, what the hell? Progress, progress, progress. Come on, come on. Go, 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 go. What the hell did you do, man? I need to go this side. And I need to go. Yeah. Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Okay, no problem. Let's just see if we are able to get to the orbit also or not. Let's just see then. Oh, apoapsis. Wow. See the apoapsis. Obviously, we'll be able to get to the orbit. I need to do this thing, this maneuver here. Right? Let's just have a 200 kilometer. I just can't do this. It will just escape the earth only. What should I do to lower the apoapsis? Yeah, here we go. I won't be starting this thing. Let's just have a coast face here, like that. Actually, it happened in the mission. How much delta V is required basically for circularizing? Around 692. So with this stage only and a little bit help from the other stage, we'll be able to circularize. Okay, and we'll be starting the burn at kinda here. Let's just see if we are able to do it more properly or not. Obviously we'll be able to do this thing, but okay. So what's inside, Adriana? We have the spy satellite inside this, and Minotaurs were made from retired converted mm, Minuteman, and Peacekeeper ICBM is. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I read it somewhere, which you are saying, right, Ken? You are right. Greek mythology, Minotaur, tail of a bull and the body of a man. Okay, that's some interesting thing to know. Thanks for updating us, Ken. And I should start the burn now. And yeah, the you told us about that thing, which yeah, that is there. That the missile thing is there because that technology, or you can say the design, was for the ballistic missile, and afterwards it was adopted for this thing. So yeah, that is there. And I don't know much about the Greek mythology. So the tail of a bull and a body of a man, that's a that we also could see in the launch, all right. This was such a boom launch, and then aggressive pitch maneuver which happened. Now we can do this. Also we can ditch this fairing, but I don't want to increase the delta V. So let's just, it's already we are in the orbit, but we haven't circularized. See, we are in the orbit, but we haven't circularized. That's the thing, and I want to don't do this, and I don't want this to happen, like, you know na what I'm trying to say. So let's just do this with the fairing on. And I'll start the burn here. Lower, lower, lower. Please lower. It is not lowering only. Okay, then lower now. Not lowering. It is lowering my peripheries only. It's not good. Okay, let it be like this. Because of it is a solid rocket booster, this thing causes a problem here, as we all know. It is just increasing our apoapsis. I don't want to please escape the earth right now. And yeah, finally we are here. So there it goes, and there we have the satellite. Let's just see the beautiful deployment of the things. So let me just do this here. This one and this one too. Here we go. Now see guys, see the beautiful deployment. I should this is only good. So one, and here we go. So guys, here we are in the orbit, and now the spy satellite is ready to go. Let's just point its camera towards the earth. Here we go. And now it will give us the data of whatever other countries are doing, suspecting. Now we are just spying on other countries and getting the data and analyzing it for any further war or threat to the country. Let's just start the camera also. Start object tracking. So okay, it's okay, no problem. We have started the camera. It's okay. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And here we are with the launch. Oh no, I wanted to go again, go. Yeah. So guys, if I want to conclude what happened today, basically we had a beautiful view of the, first of all, I just uh, introduced you with the basic structure of the rocket and the payload and all, and then finally we were there in the we were seeing the stream, and then it was interrupted at t minus 16 minutes because of the range clearance, and we got to know that some fishermen were there. And then finally, since we don't want to waste our time, we just designed a Kerbal rocket, and then finally we got the stream back at t minus 16 minutes. And then it went on, and then finally at liftoff at t minus 0 minutes or 0 seconds, whatever you say, we have a beautiful liftoff, and we saw a beautiful aggressive pitch maneuver also, and that was so beautiful to see, right? Just ignition and boom, gone. That was the beauty of it. Unfortunately, we weren't able to see the whole launch. We just saw till the second stage, second stage burnout. Yeah, second stage burnout. But no worries, I was there to help you and did a Kerbal simulation for the satellite. So that's the thing, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate your I really appreciate your tuning, your watching here this stream and listening to me. I really appreciate that, and I love watching to it, and I love doing that. So yeah, thank you Ken for a nice launch. Thanks for streaming ignition and boom game on. Yeah, that's what happened today. Uh, Guys, just subscribe and like and share with, not share, you won't be sharing this, but yeah, if you want to share the, I'll update the title with the launch timing, so you can share it also. And subscribe, because I'll be streaming the other launch also, the Mars mission. If you want to see, just subscribe and stay safe, stay healthy,